And welcome back, everybody. Moving right along. The Secret of Monkey Island. This was one of those games, probably one of LucasArts' most famous point-and-click adventures. The Monkey Island games were just silly, funny, and a great sense of humor in them. A lot of fun. What this was the special edition where they actually updated the graphics and voice-acted everything. And, of course, one of the famous is the three-headed monkey, as portrayed in the picture there. It was just a very fun game. I don't really know if I did that great on it. I don't know, I thought that my commentary was just a little lacking in it. But still, it was a pretty fun game that I highly recommend checking out on your own. I believe it's on Steam right now for $10. So, I would say it's definitely worth it. But my question to you, what does Toegoff accidentally do to his ship while he is on the Cannibal's Island? Moving right along, Fable. If there has ever been a game that's won the most underdeveloped, rushed game ever, Fable would win it. No, this isn't the Fable on the Xbox. This is an old 1990s point-and-click adventure. I don't know what to say about this game, folks. It is so comically bad that it was enjoyable to me. The game was just so horribly bad, and so it wasn't... The potential on it was great. The potential was there. It was just so rushed and so... I can't even explain it really to you. It's just one of those things that you'd have to check a few videos and see. The first videos especially, it's just silly with things that go on in it. But ultimately, I got a bunch of chuckles from it. It was definitely a tongue-in-cheek game. But how does Toegoff accidentally kill the old man? This is getting closer towards the end of the game. And it is not the old man that's portrayed in the picture here. It is a different old man. So, how do I accidentally kill them? The Silver Lining. This was a game that was in creation by, what is it, Phoenix Online Studios, I believe was their name, right? The game got canceled, and then it got reinstated again, and then Activision shut them down again. This has a potential, though, to be an absolutely fantastic game. It's another... The problem is King's Quest ended their series on a game called The Mask of Eternity, which was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. It was not King's Quest. It was not even a point-and-click adventure, which many fans were upset with. The characters weren't the same. This game was supposed to be a real cap and a real conclusion to it. And so your free kind of freebie question, did you sign the petition to save the Silver Lining? Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Fathers. I think the thing that impressed me most about this game was the research that went into it. It's basically all about voodoo murders and voodoo killings and things like that. And they really researched it. I mean, unless it was all BS, which I've heard from a few people that it's not, that this is all legitimate facts that they put into it. Between some of the gods that were worshipped, the artifacts, all that, they really went into it. And I had a blast with the game. I tried doing the sequels, and for some reason I could never get them working right on my computer. I would try and go back to them every once in a while, and a lot of times they'd corrupt, they'd crash out, or they wouldn't work with my recording software. Things just didn't seem to work. I may go back and try again at some point, but it was certainly a fantastic game. My question to all of you, what character does Toegoff believe Gabriel sounds like? Give you a hint, it is a TV character, it is a cartoon. The pinnacle of it all. Dragon Age Origins. Playlist 1 to 200. This is what really got me started in basically my popularity. A lot of people really seem to like my style on this, where I didn't just play through with a guide, but I really got into this game. And as I do with most BioWare games, I felt so, I don't know, enveloped in this game. I really can't even begin to describe how much fun I had playing this and how enjoyable it was to put up all these videos. And as I said, I mean, this is what really seemed to kind of take me off as an LPer. it was fantastic. I couldn't believe the comments I was getting in, everything. And probably one of the greatest compliments I can get from people is that the reason that they bought this game was they saw my LP. And, it was amazing. It was a great journey. I know a lot of people have asked, would you do it again? Would you do the other origin stories? I really can't, folks. I mean, this was the birth of Toegoff the Berserking Elf, and you just kind of have to, I guess, see that what really made the journey magical in it was that I didn't know what to expect. I had all these botched decisions, I had all these failures. I go back and watch it again and see how bad I was at the game, but still, it was so enjoyable, and I think what a lot of people saw was how much fun I had playing this game, and it's kind of contagious. I mean, you see an LPer who really, really, truly enjoys the game they're playing, and it makes a huge difference. So I know a lot of you picked up with my Dragon Age Origins. My question to all of you, who did Toegoff name as his favorite LPer in the videos? I do mention it, so see if you can pick that out. Now, Dragon Age Origins 201 to 300. Oh, it was an incredible ending. I felt so powerfully epic after beating this game. The storyline was great, the character developments were great, the interactions were great. I was actually pretty depressed upon beating this game because it was that much fun. Just felt like my journey was over, and even though an expansion was coming out and everything, you can never truly get that first feeling you get when you beat a game like this. And I don't know what else to really say about Dragon Age Origins. It was incredible. I loved it so much. What boss fight gave Toegoff by far the most challenge in this game? A boss fight that had me tearing out my hair and ready to strangle someone. The Witcher, numbers 1 to 200. Was a pretty underrated game, I thought. It took a little while to get into, and that's the problem. The game really has a slow start and really has a slow beginning, but as you get more abilities and more sword fighting skills and everything, it does make it a lot more fun. The storyline in it was fantastic. I love that, and that's one of the main things I look for in this game, is having a solid story and, having a good plot development and everything like that. And Geralt de Rivia is just an awesome character. There are books out about The Witcher. I recommend them both. The Last Wish is basically a series of short stories about him that go back and forth between his experiences and his recovery. And the second one, The Blood of Elves, is a little bit more of an actual book about Geralt. My question to all of you, what character does Toegoff invite to Shani's residence? The Witcher, Part 201 to 214, was a great ending to the game. It was really neat, especially after reading it. I read the books while playing. It was really neat to play as Geralt. It was just, there's not too much I can say about it. I really enjoyed it. I really recommend you guys give the game a shot if you haven't. It does start slow, but I thought it really picked up, and I had a blast with it by the end. My question to all of you, complete the quote. That sword is for blank. It is a pretty epic quote. Mass Effect 2, another great BioWare game. Unfortunately, I didn't get the same feeling in this that I did with Dragon Age Origins. A part of it, though, is just my love of fantasy and magic and everything like that. But it was still a great game, don't get me wrong. I did go back and play it again, beat it again. I had a blast playing it. I beat the first one on a traditional Xbox 360, which is why I didn't get to carry over my saves or anything like this. But it was still a lot of fun. I really recommend checking it out. Another great BioWare. BioWare is the master of telling stories. They really are. And this game definitely showed that. I will certainly be playing Mass Effect 3 and Dragon Age Origins 2 when it comes out. My question to all of you, who does Toegoff attempt to romance before ending up with Tali? Lunar, the Silver Star Story. This was my first JRPG to do. And the grinding videos were a little bit rough and everything, a little bit boring, but still, I mean, it was a pretty fun game. It was kind of silly at points. The voice acting was horrid, absolutely horrid. But still, the game was fun. With the amount of work that I put into getting the PlayStation emulator working, I really felt to go through with it, and I had a good time with it. It was a challenging game. The beginning stages especially, there was some significant challenge in it. But I did pick it up, and I did understand, I did figure it out. This game also holds a special place as one of the most epic moments, and we'll have to come back for it. So, I'll be right back in a minute.